Let's see, it should be going live here. Awesome, sweet, it did. Hi everyone, I'm not gonna be live like a super long time today. I've got a bunch of other things I gotta do today. However, I was really disappointed when I opened my manga, and I found that I had not properly saved all of the work that I did in my last stream. So I'm very sad. I have to do it again. The good news is Aro's here. It doesn't look like I have to redraw a lot of him. It's still though just really depressing realizing that like you can see that I still have like the basic liner, but I still have like a lot of him I have to redraw. So yeah, I'm pretty upset. I have the flat version, and that's the thing is like this version here is the flat version of everything. So I saved the flat version, but I didn't save the layered version, so I still have it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy paste this portion into the old one, and then basically just trace over it. So in this case, this might be helpful to have tracing as a skill that I'm good at, I guess. It helps. Plus it's my own art, so who cares. But yeah, I was really upset about it. And that's why I almost didn't go live today, is because I was really mad. I was like, no! I don't want to do my work again! So I will be redoing it. It's sad, but oh well. And you can see where I last saved it, because I have ROs here, like some of the liner, but I don't have any of the text in. So, oh well. It is what it is. Which is fine. Just need to make sure everything is down to size. It looks like I adjusted some things. Let's see. Yeah, I moved ROs over. So that's kind of how I'm gonna start this, is I'm gonna go panel by panel. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna fix anything in this top panel. So one sec, I forgot to plug my keyboard in. I was wondering why my keyboard wasn't working. Plug my keyboard in. Oops. I don't know why my keyboard wasn't doing anything. Hey Storm, what's up? There we go. Okay. I have two laptops, and so my keyboard kind of goes between them. It's a mechanical keyboard. Here's cookie. So yeah, I gotta redo a lot of stuff. So let me find my first panel here. Page 3, we're gonna start with the top panel. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to throw this in here. So I'll only see this one for now. I'm gonna see all the changes that I made. I didn't make a ton of changes. I drew the flowers in. So beef that. Whoa. And that back up. There we go, all lined up. So we can see the main changes are like the battle damage that I did. Hey, Storm, yeah, notification gang. Didn't get a notification, but just knew. Well, normally I go live at about 7. Usually about 7:30. I'm kind of averaging 7:30 now. Just, I don't know if that's good or bad. Alright, here's my liner layer. I'll call this my damage layer. So what I did is I made a layer here above all my liners and effects called damage. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in, grab my pen, and start throwing in all of my fixes and effects and stuff. And the reason why I'm drawing above it, there we go. So what I did is I just put it into multiply, and what this does is since this is in red, like this is kind of hard to see, but if I put it in multiply, only the stuff that I didn't put in will show, because you know everything else that's red is black because it's multiply. So this way, all of the red lines is where I have to draw. So kind of makes life easier, knowing where I need to put stuff in. Did I spell brain wrong? That's like Homer Simpson when he goes, I am so smart. I am so smart. SMRT. It's not a bad thing. You did spell brain wrong. Bahrain. To be fair, Bahrain is a place, so you could just say that you spelled Bahrain wrong. And it wouldn't sound as weird. Bahrain. But, dude, have you seen... I'm snart. If anyone talks to me in chats, you know that I have the worst spelling of probably anybody that I know. Right, dude?
What?
My spelling is horrible.
I can't talk shit.
My spelling is absolutely dreadful when I'm in chats. Let me... Oop, I missed one. Bum, bum, bum. I have a question. Is Nuke Rooster just a rooster with cool hair?
What?
Someone asked me, is Nuke Rooster just a rooster with cool hair, or... They actually, and then they said my brain can only imagine them as a rooster. Actually, they do have a rooster persona they occasionally draw themselves as. A really, really, really mean rooster.
The meanest.
Let's see. Boop, boop, ba-doop, 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 ba-doop. Let's see. I'm trying to find this. I don't remember how I did this one, to be honest. I don't remember what I did for it. I think I just went straight to inks on this one. I'm pretty sure I just went straight to inks. Yep, I just went straight to inks. Hang on, guys. Give me 1 sec, I'm sorry. Bum, bum, I have to find something for someone. I forgot to. Let me grab my link to my stream, guys. 1 sec. I didn't share my link like I was supposed to. I now have to re-log into all my social media because I have a new computer. It's so annoying. Can I have my keyboard, please, computer? Oh my god. My computer is making it difficult to do anything. I hate having 2 computers sometimes. I just need my keyboard like attached to both. That'd be nice. Sorry guys, sorry. Wow, is it? Let's see. Link. Oh. Okay, go back to my studio. There we go, got it. Actually, it's my older computer, that I figured out that I can use as a tablet, because I got a new computer, about 1.5 years ago, and then I managed to get my old one working again, so that I can just use that. So I've just been using my old computer as like a secondary, so I can use it for like references while I'm drawing, or in this case I'm using it to view my chat so that I can have like references on my primary computer, and then I can have like my chat up on a different computer so that it's not taking up both of them, you know, so I can actually use it for something. Oops. Oh, dang it. Keep forgetting to lift my pencil between strokes. Come on, cat, you can do it. Anyway, how is everyone? I didn't get to see you guys last week because I was doing some stuff. I was pretty swamped last week, and then over the weekend I was pretty busy. Let's see. It's like I need some like pen ASMR for you guys. I think it's this one. I think it's this one. Nope. Is it this one? Yes. Good. Frustrated working on my website and I can't figure out a good design. Oh, isn't that the worst? You've got so much stuff to do and you're like, brain, work with me, please. I wish our brains could just like know what we want and just like so that we don't even have to try. Just make life easy for ourselves. I didn't fix this beard. I was supposed to fix that last time and I didn't. Hi, Miso. Hey, kitty, kitty. Hey, girl. Yeah, much neater. No, Miso, honey, you cannot have my lap right now. Mommy's working. He's like, fine, I'm just gonna sit here by your phone instead. Now I'm gonna put my paw on your arm because you're not letting me in your lap, and I refuse to be not touching you. Do you guys see my little Miso in the corner? Oh, it's on the wrong corner. Forgot that my thingy was there. Oh, I can move it. I forgot my subscribe button was there. Damn it. Ah, I'm so sad now. Everything is laid out. I'm just making it look pretty. What kind of website is it? An art website. Oh, okay. So like a portfolio. Any theme I might help with ideas. I mean, like, generally with, like, art stuff, usually you have, like, your art portfolio, like, separated by, like, what it is. Like, for example, I do manga, and then I do, like, commission work. So, like, I might have, like, a page just for commissions, especially, like, characters, and I might have a page for, like, just manga work, and then a page for just regular, like, Western-style comic work. Just to show all the different stuff that I do, you know? So I'm, you know, like, super, like, versatile in what I do. So it helps. Plus, like, that way it's easier for your clients or, like, prospective clients or, like, curators or, like, anyone checking you out for a project can just go, oh, okay, well, here's what this person does. And they're not, like, wasting time, like, clicking around looking for stuff. You know, like, my art teacher used to say, you know, use the KISS method, keep it simple, stupid. That's what he used to tell us. It's like, that sounds a little harsh, but thanks. I mean, it works, I suppose. Got the point across. You're on the wrong layer! That's okay, doesn't matter. Liner is liner. That's alright. Oh, I don't really care. The way I see a liner is liner. Poor Arl's got the heck beat out of him. Like, this is a preview for, like, the future. And then it goes back to the past later. He gets, like, the crap beat out of him. And he gets dirty and muddy, so part of this is just dirt. But you don't know that as a reader. That's why I debated, like, streaming my pages for you guys. I still haven't decided if my stuff's gonna be free yet, or if I'm gonna, like, make, like, a good chunk of it free and then make it, like, pay to read for, like, the rest of it. I haven't quite decided how I want to handle that yet, because, like, I want to make money at my stuff, you know? But I understand, like, not a lot of people have money. So I might make, like, half of the chapter free. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. It'll be free for my patrons on Patreon for sure. But I'm not quite sure yet how I want to, like, handle all that. So I've got about, what, 3 months to figure it out? Yeah, I have different things. I'm trying to put some nice backgrounds, making sure it looks... Oh, that's the hardest part, though. Making sure it looks good on mobile and computer. And then, like, they could do, like, an update on their website, and then all of a sudden it won't, like, look good anymore. And there's literally, like... And unless you, like, think to check it, you're not going to know. So... Alright, let's turn that off, see how it looks. It's not quite the same. Is that a damage? That doesn't, yeah, that part doesn't go in there. I think for the most part I got it back in there. I changed the flowers a little bit, but that's okay. If I consider I had to draw it twice. Alright, so we're going to move on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take... So this here, from here down, is all this top panel. From here to here, the parts that I've selected is all that top panel. So what I'm going to do, this is the layer that I copied over. I'm going to now move this into the next panel. And we'll do literally the exact same thing we just did. That's kind of my goal for the stream today, is to get this fixed. Is my sketch layer still on? Yep. So this will be my new sketch layer. Maybe get red again. Multiply. And then what I need to do is I need to move all of this over so that it fits. Because remember I moved all my stuff over last time? There we go. Oh, and I moved the mouth down too. I have the same problem with my Amino. I don't use Amino. I've heard a lot about it though. I picked a color and made a simple background. I mean, that seems pretty easy, I think. I need to fix his eyes a little too far over this one. Now that I have a second view. Move it in this one also, that way it doesn't bother me. And now get ready for some running this, the tones are gonna look really bad, guys. Ooh, more pattern, yeah! Hey! Hey, Izzy, how you doing? Welcome. My clip studio oasis. How are you doing? Izzy is a new friend of mine. I met him today. Yeah, that was today. It feels like it feels like it's already been longer than a day. We talked so much today. I'm just working on my stuff. I've got a page here that I did all 3 panels, and then I was stupid. I saved a flat version, but I didn't save the layered version, so I have to go in and like redraw these 2 panels, which is really annoying. But it is what it is. So I hate it when I mind glitch and it's like, no. Dang it, brain! Why do you do this to me? I work hard enough as it is. I wasn't sure if you would get to join me because I'm not sure what your guys' like time zones and stuff are. Yeah, I'm sure some of you guys are pretty busy. Just waiting for my first assignment. So figured I'd work on my stuff until I, know otherwise, Line. As you can see, I love streaming on YouTube. I love chatting with people. It's 8:52. Oh, okay, so you're an hour ahead of me then. Yeah, I got really confused when Sam asked for my time zone, and I was like, are you guys? And I was like, oh man, I didn't even think about it. We're all probably in different time zones. So, fun stuff. Fun stuff. Boop. Should this probably go here better. want to draw in red? Come on, computer, work with me. You're smarter than this. Most days. I have nothing to do but draw, and I made myself a full schedule of posting once a day. No, I'm proud. Oh, sorry, that was my chair. I'm so proud of you. That's a tough thing to do. Is like to sit down and say, I'm gonna do this at this time, and I'm gonna get it done. Like that's such a challenging thing for so many people. And like once you get used to that, though, it's nice. Like I've kind of gotten used to that. I mean, you have to be if you're gonna work in like comics and manga. Like deadlines are like everything. You miss your deadline, and like everyone, like ahead of you, behind you, like gets messed up. Especially if they just pick up your slack. Oh my god! Like people get fired over missing deadlines. Like it's that big a deal. Like speed is the I don't want to say speed is the name of the game because that's not quite how to say it. But like not keeping up is hella no. Hella not bueno. But yeah, I just like streaming my stuff, Izzy, so no need to worry about anything else. It's just my stuff. But yeah, so I was gonna show you guys like the margins and stuff. So like here's the margins. I guess while you I have you here, Izzy. We have like margins and stuff, and so the text, like, I mean you already know this. You know, it can't go out, and the margins are so big. So later on, I'll show you guys what I was thinking for the text later on. Stuff. So Trinidad. Whoa. I'm from South Dakota. It's usually cold up here. Wasn't too bad today. It was like 50s, I think. 40s, like 50s. Yeah, it was 50s today, and it'll be a little bit warmer tomorrow. And if you, most people don't know where South Dakota is, so it's okay if you don't. Hi, JMB, what's up? JMB, did you know you are marked as one of my top commenters on my YouTube channel? Did you know that? I was going through my comment section today, and I saw this little like purple square with a white heart in it. I'm like, what does that mean? And it says top commenter. So I'm surprised. I guess you're one of my top commenters on the channel, which is really cool. Just to brighten your day a little bit. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you can't like that's the thing. It's like making sure you meet your deadlines, but not sacrificing the quality of your work. And that's why like it's not learning to cut corners. It's learning like how to save time. And that's why I love Club Studio. You know, like bubbles are literally nothing to draw. Like they take nothing to draw. It's all vector. Like screen tones, like the screen tones. Hella easy. Watch how easy this is. So I make my selection. I throw it in. Make my selection. And then I click on this little button here. It says new tone. Boom. Done. And then all I have to do is go in, like I have like I have a layers property here. Here, I'll bring it over here so you can see it. I can literally just change it. I can change the screen tone myself. So, pro tip, you're only supposed to use 10, 30, 50, and 70. You know, so like, boom, like screen tone's done. I just gotta erase what I don't need. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And what's really cool is it's got a mask on, so all you have to do is like, you know, like if you erase too much, oh no, I erased too much, oh no. You just grab your pen and you just throw it back in. That's why when I was telling you guys, like, I can tone and stuff, I'm like, dude, I got you. I got you guys. It's easy peasy. The way I'm looking at people using Photoshop to do manga, and I'm like, oh my gosh, son! You can make your life so much easier. Literally, my screen toning video, no, my line art video is the most popular on YouTube, and then my screen toning video. And it's basically just 30 minutes of me laughing at myself for messing up while I'm streaming. That's basically what it is. Procreate. Not made for manga. I admire people who can use that kind of stuff because I am so attached to my clip studio now. I'm so attached to it. Especially this feature where I can go through and manage all my pages individually. It makes my life like so much easier. It's like, hey, I want to work on this page today. Oh, let me double click on it. Give it a sec. Okay, cool. I'm gonna work on these pages today. Easy peasy. You know, so like, you know, and then the speech bubbles. Like, dude, watch this. Oh man, you're gonna love this. Okay, object. Look at this. I can move this around, or I can make them individual bubbles, and just boop. And then what? Here's the other cool part. The tail. Look, it's its own piece. It's literally its own piece. But when you attach it, like you can completely customize and everything, and it makes it so easy. And then if you want as a whole, you can just move the whole layer together. Yeah, like the whole, yeah, that's why when you guys were talking about doing 2 different versions of letters and like tones and stuff, I was like, dude, I got you. You know, like the text is gonna be, the only thing that'll be hard with the text is the, like the effects and stuff. That'll be a little hard. But as long as I know, like, what ones to use, it'll be fine. So, and I know there's a difference between when you use katakana and when you use hiragana. Like, I know there's a difference. And, like, my Japanese is only, like, N4. Yeah. Like, I literally have a YouTube channel for, like, tutorials. I'm literally a tutor. So, if you guys would like some help learning Clip Studio, you are very lucky that you have the right person. Oh, my music stopped. No! Gotta fix it. Yeah, I also tutor for money. Yeah, I tutor for money, and I'm a partner with Clip Studio. Like, I'm literally, like, partnered with them. I'm their affiliate. And I did a webinar on, Graphicsly's YouTube channel. Graphicsly is a distributor for Clip Studio in Europe and the Americas. And I've been with them for 3 years now. So I've been a partner of Clip Studio for like 3 years. And I did a webinar, actually just earlier this month, I did a webinar on their YouTube channel. So. How did I have this lined up? That one there. And I had. Yeah, autocorrect is dumb. I will only learn from Miso the cat. Well, Miso the cat is in my little corner there, holding my my please donate to me fund. Because yeah, uh Yeah, life's about to get really interesting, guys. Izzy is my new coworker. Things are gonna get a little weird. It's gonna be a transition. So So do you also like stream or do anything like that, Izzy? Because I'm trying to like get to know my new coworkers. Like, how did you learn Japanese, or do you just know it? I'm always kind of curious. Oh, donating time is perfect because when you spend your time here, that helps me get paid and it helps my YouTube channel grow. So, spending your time here is perfectly acceptable. No money required. That's why I do like only that's why I don't do ads that you have to skip. I just do ads that just like sit on the stream or like sit off to the side. Like I would really love to do more ads or do like the non-skippable ads because those pay way better. But I don't want to do that to people, so I just do like the skippable ones or like the overlay ones that aren't really in the way. Um, Sorry guys, I'm trying to find what freaking text I used. I don't remember. Oh, it's right there. Oh my god. Bully! Your own village? Where? Where? Freaking. So this one is roughly placed here. Ooh. Oh, it's not centered. That's why I was like, what the frick? Ugh. Do I have a space in here that doesn't belong there? Yeah. I'm honestly a little nervous about typesetting Japanese because I know it has some unique rules. But my friend works at Viz Media. He does lettering for One Punch Man, and then I have another friend who does lettering in Japanese. And so I consulted both of them to find out what to do, and they gave me like huge like bunches of information, and one of them sat me down for a little while to give me like a crash course on it, which was kind of nice. So it doesn't seem that hard. I mean, it seems like it's pretty much the same as it is in English for like typesetting rules, except like the only big difference is like in English you can split words, but in Japanese you can't. You don't split words. Like you have to do like the whole word. So like even if it's like multiple characters and then some like kana, you have to like put the whole word there, in that line, or you have to move it over to the next line. Like that's really the only big difference. And then when it comes to effects, if it's like katakana, then you have to like it's like depend like you use katakana when it's like harsh or actiony or abrupt or like super serious. If it's like lighthearted or like kind of like a soft noise, you can use hiragana. That's what it sounds like. So, I won't actually do the translations myself. I'll just be helping typeset, which means actually just getting it put in. That's kind of what I do. Is I just help put it in. That's all. And like, thank gosh, I've been taking some Japanese courses. I'm only like a high N5, low N4 level, so not very good. Not very good. But it's hard when like I can't afford to take classes because my current workplace doesn't allow me to take classes during the day. I can only take them at night, and so then I have to find a night Japanese class, which is super hard. I'm just not in a place in the country that offers them. And so the only one I could find that was online that was half decent was in Oregon, and based on the time of the course, I can't take it because I can't take a break from work. I try to improve, but I think I'm just a hopeless cause because I enjoy it, and that's all that is all that matters. Like, also, like your first few comics are gonna suck. Like this one, this is not my first one. Remember, guys, this is like my 6 or 7 rendition of these pages. So like, It's taken me a lot of tries to get to this point. So but that's the thing is to, you know, I mean, you're not wrong. Make sure if you're doing something, it's stuff that you enjoy. Because let me tell you, once you get to doing manga and comics for a living, oh man, you have to love it. I think Izzy can back me up on this. Like, you gotta love what you do, because if you don't, I mean, like, deadline, 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 like, that's your life. You know, it's just like, it's, you know, if you miss the deadlines, you can lose your job, you know, and it's hard. Like if you get sick, you gotta show up. If you don't feel good, you gotta show up. If you got stuff to do, a lot of errands to run, you still gotta show up. So it's not like, you know, it's not something that you can easily put off. Like of course, like if something happens, you know, like if your teammates are good, or you know, if they're also skilled people, they'll be able to like cover you for emergencies. But you know, like, but if you just do it for fun for yourself, like, have fun with it. Like, enjoy it, you know. Oh, I forgot what must be on top. Okay, and Folly interrupts him, so that's gonna go on top. Make sure that doesn't quite. And then we'll fill this one in. Line color white. Fill color black. Boom, done. See how easy this is? See how easy this is? It's just like, it's already done. And what's cool is they're vectors. So if people are familiar with vectors, all you have to do is you can click on these points and you can move them around yourself. I mean, some of them have a lot of points, which is really freaking annoying. But, you know, and then making tails is super easy too. That's a bad tangent there. Literally all you do to draw the tail is you grab this, you know, and then all you do is boop. Or since technically this is her talking. Oh, I gotta merge those two. Oh, there isn't one for them to merge yet. I was like, why is it not merging? Because there isn't one. I didn't make it yet. Keep forgetting that that's just a sketch. Thinking of starting a fan comic. Me too. I was trying to think of like what to do next after this was over, and my brain said, "Okami manga." Like, dude, who better a person than me? You know. But anyway, what series are you thinking about? That's always fun reading fan comics, I think. Let me find the balloon I want. I just had it, and my squirrel brain missed it. Squirrel brain found it. Mine will be about a character, Ina, by Joel G. I don't know who that is. No, I've never heard of them. I know who Big Joel is. I don't know about Joel G. Who? Okay, what does she say here? I forget. Folly won't be back. Get over it. Monori is so mean. Ooh. Oh, how did I Technically, it's two different. Technically, it's a different thought, so I'll put a period there instead of a comma. Centered already. It self-centers. Yes. So we don't have to worry about centering. It self-centers. It's amazing. Like literally, look how fast that took me to put in. Oh, it's so easy. I use a different font than you guys do, though. I use Anime Ace. I don't know if I have WildWorks in here. Yeah. No, but I've got it somewhere on my computer. I just gotta get it installed. Oh, I forgot. Oh, how? Excuse me, I'm sorry. How did I type up this one? I forget. Really? Was the one I done? What? I said. I thought I'd already said white. I have a speed paint of her YouTube almost watch video. Oh, nice. Ooh. That doesn't look good. I don't like that either. Definitely needs to be bigger. She's yelling it. Usually I don't go bigger than like 18. I try to stick between like 9 and 18. Oh, there's my practice one. Oh, I forgot to do some things up here. Phew. Miso finally stopped trying to get into my lap and is in her bed now. She's like, but mommy, I want to be in your bed. No, honey, you cannot. Oh, and then maybe some smoke. So put this below. Make my life easy. Miso is yes. Miso is adorable. Miso is my cat, Izzy, if you're not familiar. Boop. Boop. There, smoke that easy. Done. Ta-da! Oh, it went into his face. Alright, last panel, guys. Oh, let me move this back over to where it belongs. There we go. Okay, here's the practice one. Move this wherever the frick that goes here. Okay, hide that. Alright, I get to redraw this. Yay! Fun. Shouldn't take long. I mean, I could just leave it. I could literally erase everything and then just keep her. But I don't want to do that because she's got tones in here. I mean, I guess I could go in and just erase just that. I mean, that would make my life a lot easier. It would just, you know what? I'll probably just do that, and it'll just be our little secret. I love that, guys. Just be our little secret. I mean, I'll just erase the tones portion. Oh, oh no. So I got a lot of work I gotta do today. So I'm gonna show you guys the fast way to fix this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select, use the polyline tool so I get straight edges. I'm on the layer that I did this on. I'm gonna select it, Control C, Control V, which is copy paste, like that. And then I can put this back into black and white. And then what I need to do now is I need to erase anything with tones in them because the tones are flattened, so they're not gonna look good. So I have to completely redraw those. And then I have to get rid of all of this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my lasso tool because it'll be a little faster. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna grab anything that has tones, which is for wings. So the other reason why I like putting whites around my stuff is it makes it easy to select and save your butt later. Oops. You're gonna scream? Oh, why? Because I have to redo it. What happens? Nani? And then you can always go in later and like clean up yourself. So. Oh, I'm gonna have to redraw her arm too. That's alright, I don't mind too much. This drawing won't take too long. Artist last word. Oh my god, yeah, it's true. Artist last word. This won't take too long. 5 hours later. Oh my god, I'm done with the sketch. No, I'll have to redraw a little bit of the liner, which is okay. I'd rather only have to redraw a small portion than like to redraw like most of it, you know? Because my dumb brain didn't save the proper file. An hour went by and I haven't figured out what to do. I mean, what are you having issues with? Gotta have fun with it. Sorry guys, I can be a little obnoxious sometimes. It's just my coping mechanism. Alright, I think that's all the tones out. I lied. What drawings, cards to put where? Oh. I mean, if you're having issues, maybe step away and write it on paper instead. Maybe that might help. Sometimes it's easy to walk away and approach if you're having an issue with a problem, the best answer is probably to approach it from a different way. And if you're having issues with how you're currently doing it, maybe approaching it in a completely different way will help you solve it. Like something you could do is create like a document in whatever art program you use, and just organize them together in groups. Like literally just shuffle them around in groups so you can actually see ahead of time like how they would look. Like for example, if I so like say you have artwork 1, 2, and 3. Oh, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Maybe like shuffle like 1 and 2 together and then move them over here. Maybe grab like 3, 4, and 6, 3, 5, and 6, shuffle them over here, and put 4 in the middle on its own. That way you can actually like group them together in a different way to kind of actually see which ones you want to go together. Maybe try that, see if that helps. Nah, you're good, JMB, you're good. I appreciate you coming by at all. Excuse you. Was that you or the cat?
That was new.
Me too. I just ate. What did you guys have for dinner, lunch, breakfast, wherever you are? What did you guys have? That was a cat, believe it or not. That was the cat. That wasn't me sneezing. Shocking, isn't it? Oh, calamari sounds salty. I like calamari, but I like it to be reasonably salty. Put the blame on the cat. Meow meow, can't catch me. Oh yeah, that's funny. I forgot. Yeah, yep. My name's Cat. Hey, hey, I see what you're doing. Ha ha. Oops. I also found it really interesting that so many people struggled with lighting and shading in my poll earlier today. Draw a rough draft up to 3 pages ahead. That's smart. Like that's what you should do. Is you should usually like batch processing kind of works for a lot of people. When I can't draw, I go to bed and then I wake up and I can draw again. I like plain squid that comes from. Ew. Okay, I'm sorry. I should have said that. I am not a fan of squid that comes out of can. Okay. I have to fry it. I will not eat it any other way. Okay, well no, that's not true. That is definitely not true. I have eaten squid out of a can after it was cooked in a pot with a bunch of other food. When I worked at a Chinese restaurant, specifically a Sichuan restaurant, he would make like a seafood delight all the time, and it had calamari, it had squid, calamari, it had squid, or it had squid in it, had octopus, had like shrimp, crab, lobster, like anything you could think of. Like it was in there. We always knew that it was like we always knew when we were gonna get it because it was always sorted like the end of shipment times when he's like trying to get rid of stuff that might go bad. And so we would basically get the leftovers of whatever he didn't get to sell that period. And so we'd be like, yeah, it's seafood delight day. And he like what we did like when I worked at this restaurant, what we did is we had it's family style. And so you have one main dish, and then you have like all the entrees and stuff kind of all over the place. and then everyone has their own smaller bowls, and so everyone just grabs like a little bit of everything, and it was so cool, like your traditional like Chinese style like method everything dinner, and it's so cool. Um, well, it was cool until like we sat down and he's like, I'm like, oh, like man, I see if there's no silverware, and he goes, oh, he says we're a family, and in this family we use chopsticks. And so, I mean, I was already pretty good at using them, but he's like, this is how we do this here. And he's like, do you need a rubber band? And I'm like, no, I don't need a rubber band. I can use my own boot, thank you. So he was great, like, and that was the best thing about that job is we got free breakfast, lunch, dinner. Every single time was family style, like, and it was like good homemade Chinese food. Like, oh. I love this. I miss this food so much. The only fish I was a little surprised about eating was moonfish because he just fries the whole thing. Like, it's the whole fish. Like, literally fresh caught, fries the whole thing. And it's like, I was not prepared for that. Having to sit there and take all the spines out myself and, like, try to figure out how to eat it and take the fins off. Like, I wasn't ready for that. So, that was an experience, learning how to eat a fish that way. But it was great. Like, it was so awesome. It was nice. Like, you know, like you actually felt like you were actually like part of the family there. It was awesome. What's your guys' favorite foods? Favorite foods. Like, if you could only eat one food the rest of your life, what would you eat? It's not. Moonfish is not majestic. They look like fish you would see in like. They don't look that majestic. Moonfish is really similar to like a sunfish or a bluegill. They're very, very similar in terms of flavor and general shape, general look. It's basically a panfish, but it does sound very majestic. Ooh, pork ribs. And hello, Color Tiger. How are you? Welcome to the stream. See, guys, this is the benefit of putting your text in first. Is now you don't have to worry about drawing too much stuff. The only thing, yeah, pork ribs are. I really like pork in general. I'm not a big pork fan. I'm not a huge pork fan. Really, the only real things they'll eat pork with are if they're ribs, or like a pulled pork. I love pulled pork. Or like katsudon. I really love katsudon. It's one of my favorite foods. And if you don't know what katsudon is, I feel sorry for you. I'm doing pretty good. Working on some manga pages. I'm technically redrawing this one because I already drew it once. And my squirrel brain was considerate enough to give me a second chance because I accidentally saved it flat. And I didn't save a layered version, and so now I get to redo it. That's why you have the red. But as far as like my favorite food, if I'm not counting nutrients or anything, I really love shrimp salads. I really do. It's like my mom and I used to make these all the time. It's just like a regular salad, and like you take your greens, and then you put in corn, crispy snap peas, the little tiny shrimps, like the little teeny ones, or you take big shrimp and you cut it up into a bunch of pieces. And then you put like a little bit of ranch, and then a little bit of a sauce that's called Dorothea Lynch. And then you can add things like peppers, whatever, like, and like sweet peas, like crunchy sweet peas, not like the mushy canned ones. And then you add a little bit of cottage cheese. I know it sounds like a nightmare. It does, but that was like a struggle meal that I had in college when I had just like a bunch of ingredients. I would like, and I didn't have a lot of money, I would just make a salad out of whatever I had at the time. And shrimp was super cheap. It's easy to get a hold of, so it was an easy meat to use. Well, it was cheap compared to most meats. What? You've never had shrimp? Huh. Is it like a smell thing? Cause you don't know what the texture is yet. But like, are you afraid of the texture? Is it the smell? Or is there a texture you're afraid of? Like you're afraid of a certain texture? Are you afraid of it not being what you think it is? I'm always curious as to why people don't eat certain foods. Not because I judge people. It's because I have like a lot of food intolerances myself, and so there's so many foods that I want to eat but can't, and so it always amazes me when people voluntarily choose not to eat certain foods. Yeah, when I lived in Florida, I ate so much seafood, and that's because it was cheap and it was really easy to get. Just kind of freaked out by foods I haven't had before because it might not taste. So it kind of says, oh, so you're just picky. Which is that's fair. Like it's scary trying foods you've never tried before, because especially if it's given to you from by someone, then like there's like the added pressure of here's a food that I don't know that I might if I like, and then here's the added pressure of oh what if it offends them that I didn't like it. You know what I mean? Like there's like that double like edged sword there. I'm the kind of person I will try just about anything at least once. I don't care what it is. Like I've had shark, swordfish, iguana, alligator, um, what's some other weird stuff? Jellyfish. Like I've had some things. Uh, so it's fair. Like I have to be picky now because I have so many intolerances because of celiac disease and just like general intolerances. So I have to be picky now, and it really sucks because I'm just that person that just eats everything. Yes, you most certainly can eat those things. Jellyfish, you turn into almost like a pudding or a custard. Um, that's like I guess that's how it was given to me. So it's like it was like flan. If you guys know what flan is, that's kind of the texture of it. It was like flan, which is sort of like a custard. It's like like a cheesecake, almost like a cheesecake, but much smoother, not so thick. It's a little thinner. Um, Kind of like a mix between Jello and flan is kind of what it was. But that was the jellyfish. And then chicken feet, which is like you have to be really like I didn't know this until I was talking with Nuke. I guess there's like a disease or something, but like the chickens get on their feet and it's bad for you. So I have to, you know, and I do like chicken feet. I do like it. It's good if it's prepared correctly. Um, so, but that's one thing I do like eating. And then iguana, literally, I didn't even know it was iguana until she told me because I thought it was chicken or like some sort of poultry. It tastes a lot like poultry. But if you like flan, then you're just eating jellyfish. It was jellyfish mixed with taro, which is sort of like basically it's like a Japanese potato, like a root vegetable. Um, so like trying to like it tasted more like taro than anything. So I don't know if the jellyfish just didn't have any flavor to it, or what, but yeah, it was weird. Like it tasted just like eating taro. I didn't even know there was jellyfish in it until she told me. Because we went to dim sum, and so she just ordered like a whole bunch of stuff, and she's like, "You're gonna try this, this," and I'm like, "Since you're paying for it, okay." Like whatever you eat or whatever you get, I'll eat. So that was when I had chicken feet for the first time, and she taught me how to eat it properly. That was when I had the taro jellyfish pudding for the first time. I had a lot of weird foods for the first time when I had dim sum. And it sucks because we don't have any places like that here. You know, the nearest dim sum place is probably Minneapolis or Omaha. And both of those are quite a few hours away. You don't eat like an actual jellyfish. It's mixed. It's like jellyfish is basically like gelatin. There's no bones or anything. Yeah, there's meat on it. There's meat and fat. I wouldn't call it meat. I mean, yeah, there's some meat, but it's not like a lot. It's pretty squishy. And you kind of have to like it's sort of like how some people eat sunflower seeds where you eat it and then you have to like get the bones out. So, it's kind of like that. So, I personally think it's a lot of work to eat and it's a lot of work to cook. It's a lot. It's really, really labor intensive to make chicken feet edible. Um, but I mean, I think it tastes very delicious. I would never do it myself, but if I ever go somewhere and they have it on the menu, and I trust where they get their chicken feet now that I know better, um, you know. But you also have to trust the farmers or where it came from, that kind of stuff. So it's kind of like I don't, you can't. It's not necessarily a food I probably would eat a lot now, but. Mhm. Yeah, you're supposed to break them. No, no, you don't eat them whole. Like you eat, like you put the sunflower seed in your mouth, and some people will break it apart and pick the inside out with their tongue. So people do that.
Weak. You eat the whole seed. Like a man.
You're not supposed to.
I do.
You can't break down the shell. It comes out your butt.
I eat the entire thing.
And the shell comes out your butt, and then you get hemorrhoids.
No, I'll be alright. I'm still alive.
I didn't know you were supposed to eat the whole thing.
No, you're not supposed to, but I do.
Okay, yeah. I've never had crumpets because I can't have wheat. I can't have anything with flour, bread, wheat, and then I also can't have barley, malt, and rye. That was my roommate that you guys heard, by the way. That was Nick Rooster. Yeah. Oops. Oh, there was my tablet. Yeah, she and I always have really great discussions about food. She actually cooks most of the food in the house. That's her. She does the cooking. Because she does not trust my cooking. well, I can't say the last time I cooked, but like the first time I tried cooking for her, I set the alarm off in the house like 4 times. Well, you're probably lactose intolerant, which is what I am. I'm also lactose intolerant. It's actually really common. I have a very long list of foods that I can't have, and so I've just kind of gotten used to just saying no to most food given to me. I know no one likes being lactose, but you know they have pills for that. You can literally just take the pill and then you can have whatever you want for about 30 minutes. I don't like drinking milk to begin with. I'm sorry, I don't like the idea of drinking milk meant for a baby cow because I am not a baby cow. Now, if I put milk in something as like an extra ingredient, that's one thing, but I'm not a big milk drinker. My roommate, however, will go through 2 gallons in a week if she wants to.
Milk makes you strong.
Except me. It'll make my butt strong. And not in the fun way. But she's really nice about like food. Like when she cooks, she always keeps in mind like what I can't have and stuff. And if she has to, she'll just make a separate version for me, which is really nice. Hell no, I'm not chugging milk. Milk is for baby cows. I am not a baby cow. But no, seriously, I don't have any problem with people who drink milk. I don't care, really. Just as long as they're considerate about it and like safe, and like not purposely damaging themselves, because a lot of lactose intolerant people don't take any precautions, and drinking stuff that you're like intolerant to, like on purpose, can make you really, really sick. And I don't like seeing people purposely make themselves sick just to enjoy something, you know. But oh yeah. Ew. Ugh. I know I don't drink milk. Nope. Nope. Any advice for a beginner? Just start, even if you don't feel like you're ready to start drawing manga. Like that's the biggest thing is to just go ahead and start. Probably the best advice I would give is to hang on, let me fix my headset. Like honestly, the best advice I could probably give would be to do standalone illustrations and practice using the tools for manga. Like practice using screen tones, practice doing inking, like practice doing those things like before and while you're actually starting to make your manga. If you want to start practicing before you start doing pages, that's fine. But like actually sit down and practice on single illustrations, like draw a character and just like literally just draw the character in manga style. Don't draw anything else. Like for practice. And get used to like figure out how do I do screen tones, how do I do this, and then like figure out once you get ready to start making the story, like figure out like okay, like what kind of story do I have, like what kind of like where am I going to post it, like do all that stuff beforehand. And if you haven't seen my webinar, I actually have a webinar manga, or I have a webinar that I did about starting manga. I can get a link for you if you want. I did a webinar with Graphicsly on their YouTube channel. It's about an hour long, and I cover a whole bunch of different stuff about starting manga. Everything from how to plan story, and then like how to start the basics of art, that kind of stuff. So if you want, I can give you a link to that. Because it's not on my YouTube channel, it's on their YouTube channel. Let me grab that link for you. Telling them about my. They asked for advice on beginning a manga, so let me grab this link for you. Good night, Pearl. Thank you for coming. Anyway, so that's that link I sent is a link to the webinar that I made. And what it'll do is it's basically I actually was live on their YouTube channel and I talked about things like, like how to start, planning your manga, looking at things like demographics, psychographics, how to market your manga, how to pick what website to put it on. And then as far as like the actual starting, like the drawing process, I cover that like a little bit, how to go from pencils, tones. I explain what margins and bleeds are. Like I explain all of that stuff in that webinar. So that would like that. And but the big thing that I said earlier, and I'm gonna say it one more time, Remy, is that what you should do is you should practice making illustrations in the manga style that you want. And kind of figure out what style you want to go for before you start drawing your pages, because you don't want to get like 13 pages in and then want to do like this. I'm gonna completely change the whole style of my manga. Oops, sorry, I hit my keyboard. But it's like, like, I'm gonna do this whole thing and it's gonna take me forever and then I'm just gonna like completely change everything. So like you don't wanna do that. 150, it is 9:50 here. I will have to stop in 10 minutes because I have to do some other work that is NDA and I can't show you guys. So after this I'm gonna have to stop. Yeah, did that answer your question, Remy? I hope that was helpful. To kind of just give you some places to start. Making manga is like super complicated. Like it's not just like it's making a manga. My manga is not available online yet anywhere. It is not being released until June 15th. So it is not available yet. However, give me 1 second. I'll grab you a link. I am posting previews and concept art already. So let me grab that link for you. So you can find it here. I post on Global Comics. It'll be free to read for now. I'll probably do maybe the first few chapters completely free to read for everybody. I'd love to get paid for my work, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably just make it free, and then when I do a Kickstarter, I guess is when I'll get paid. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, no problem. It's mostly just previews and concept art for right now. I don't have any like formal pages up, but I have like, basics up. You're actually watching me create the first few pages right now. So in the future, I probably won't add text while you guys are watching, just so that you guys don't see it before it gets put up. But I've already put this in here, so I might as well leave it. Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you for being interested in it. I really appreciate it. Without my readers, I'm just a person who draws pictures, and that's kind of the way that I see manga creation. Is it's heavily dependent in a way on the readership, like we can draw as much as we want, we can try to be as cool as we want, but unless we actually have readers, like you're not gonna get anywhere, you're not gonna get very far. So, oh, I'm sorry. Hopefully this isn't upsetting you or anything. I apologize. I don't have time to look at it right now. If you want, I'm always able to take DMs on my social media. I don't usually take those sorts of requests when I'm on stream because usually I have a time, I'm on a time limit. But if you want to send it to me over Twitter or Instagram, I'll be happy to take a look. See, I'm actually affiliated on Twitch, but now that I'm monetized on YouTube and my Twitch completely died off, I don't know where anybody went. I was getting really really good. It was doing really well, and I was getting almost that 100 threshold almost every month, and all of a sudden it just died for me, and I'm like, the frick. So I just was like, you know what? Forget Twitch. I'm almost monetized on YouTube, and guess what? I'm monetized on YouTube now. So I just do that. So friendly reminder, I do have the super chat feature, and I do have PayPal donations. So if anyone would be so kind. Trying to make the leap into full-time artwork, so I still have my day job as a printer. Anyway, Izzy, you stream sometimes, so cool. You haven't done personal work in a while? I bet you guys been busy with all those pages. I bet. This is my manga is really the only personal work I ever do. That's really it. It's the only personal work I do. And I stopped it for a long time when I was working another job. I think I stopped drawing my own stuff from September until about February. So, well, I'm still a new channel. Oh, on Instagram? It's on my channel banner. Let me grab my Insta for you. Let me grab my Instagram. It should be Art Crumbs, but with 2 S's. Let me just grab a link because it'll be easier. There you go. Twitter. I might as well just grab my social media, so let me grab my Twitter. Navigating Twitter is just brain sometimes. It's just not. Just so you know, Izzy, I did mention on my Twitter that I was doing a test. I did it on my. I didn't say what for. Just heads up. Like, I promise I didn't break anything. I just wanted people knowing why I suddenly wasn't posting. How did I get the name Art Crumbs? Ah, I love this question. So originally, when I made the channel with my YouTube partner, she doesn't stream as much as I do. Like 90% of the work she does is NDA, and so she can't stream it. So for the most part, she's just really quiet on terms of like what she posts. And I feel really bad because 90% of your work's NDA now. So I made the YouTube channel with my partner, Nuke Rooster, and I wanted a name that would be neutral to both of us because at the time I went by Awkward Cat, and she still goes by Nuke Rooster, and so I was like, what is a name that's neutral so that both of us can use it, and something that fits like what the channel's about. And I thought, well, the channel is about like little tidbits of art information, so it's like little crumbs of art, and so Art Crumbs. That's how I got. That's how I got the name. So, well, hopefully I can help out with that. What did you make? It smells good. Oops. Hit the mic, sorry.
The noodles bits. Noodles.
The noodles.
Oh, Lipton noodles, and then I put green onion.
The Lipton noodles?
The Lipton noodle soup mixes, yeah. They have some of the best broth in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, it smells great. We have a dinner table.
Yeah, I know.
And you're eating soup and bread at your desk with your tablet and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Yellow.
Oh, I was like, why is this so low? And it's because her word balloon is in the bottom. That's a mood. Yeah, I know, right? But I don't want to go eat in a responsible place. I want to eat where I want to eat. I do that. I've got some gluten-free Oreos sitting here. You know, so I'm.
I've eaten in the shower before, dude.
You eat in the shower? What?
I've eaten in the shower.
What did you eat in the shower?
I think that was a popsicle or something.
What?
It wasn't here.
What was that? Because you were just really hot and trying to cool down or something?
No, I just was wanting to take a shower and I had a popsicle already open, and you can't like reasonably put it down because it's gonna melt. So I took it in the shower with me.
Oh my gosh. Oh, thanks, Izzy. I thought it was kind of a cute name, so. And I'm one of those people that I just try to be like super consistent across all the platforms. And so once like I realized that I'm starting to get known for the name Art Crumbs, it just kind of happened that like I kind of like took on the name myself and kind of dropped my old name. But my partner for the channel, Nuke Rooster, she's still, I guess, is kind of Art Crumbs too, kind of.
What?
It's the Art Crumbs channel, but she has, they're asking how I got the name Art Crumbs. Oh. So I guess Art Crumbs is more the channel, but it's kind of also become me. Kind of, like, it just, like, I've just kind of, like, absorbed the name into my life. Yeah, I saw that. Thanks for the follows, Remy. I appreciate it. But yeah, just pick one, and then shoot me a DM, and then when I'm done with the stream, I can see what I can do and maybe give you some advice. Because, like, after my webinar, I had so many people asking me for advice. They're like, can you give me advice? Can you give me feedback? Can you do this? I'm like, sure. Sure I can. And I think oh my gosh, I think it took me hours to get back to everybody. Yeah, go ahead and DM. It might say that I have to approve it first because I keep a lot of my social media kind of private. Like I have to approve everything. So like just shoot me a sample and I'll be happy to get feedback. You know, that's one of the things that I try to be sure that I do in the community, the art community, is I try to be sure that I give back because like, but you know, like I have to be reasonable. You know, I'm only one person. I'm only a human being. You know, so I try to be reasonable and I try to get back to people. But like I try to be sure that I give back to the community and not just take from it, because you know like literally without you guys, you know like I don't have a channel, I don't exist, I won't be able to pay myself. You know like literally the channel is because of people watching me, and so like I try to give back. You know. And for now, I'm still a really small creator, and so I can do that. Like I have that luxury, and so like I want to be sure that I can do it. You know. Oh, thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Yeah, my social media grew a lot after the webinar, and it was just like, whoo, like my YouTube channel alone grew by like 300 people. It was like, oh my god, the number just keeps going. Like we started the year at I think like 1330. I think it's what we started the year at in January is how many subs we had, and now I think we're at like 1750 something. We're almost at 1760. So we're getting there. Um, I'm really optimistic that hopefully sometime soon the YouTube channel can become the more like a decent part of my income. So that I won't have to worry so much about having to do art, and then I'll just be able to just do what the frick I want to do. Or like if I want to join onto a team, like it, like you know, of like a manga team, you know, the amount that I'm paid won't be so critical. Or like I'll be more flexible, that kind of stuff. Or you know, if I want to do my own projects and it's a project that say I won't get paid for. My weird. Hang on, my other screen just died for a sec. My password is so correct. There it goes. Okay. Alright, now I've got my screen back. Sorry guys, the screen that I had my chat on like suddenly like freaking disappeared on me. So well now I have to go check you out, Izzy. Nice. Sorry, I'm just looking through everything. I dig the hair, dude. I dig the hair. Oh, I like the little sketches. Awesome. Up to 100? Nice. Hey, YouTube is just, you just gotta keep working on it. That's honestly what it is. Just gotta keep going. And that, well, the other thing with YouTube is just learning like what stuff you can watch and what stuff you don't. as far as like how to grow the channel. That's really all it is. It's just learning which stuff is important. And I just realized I forgot to draw one thing. I forgot to draw one little thing. And it's really important. Now that I'm looking back at it. Whoops. I need to make her bell a little bigger, to be honest. Are you growling, Nuke? Hi, Bossius. Hello. How you doing? Well, dude, my hair is flat as hell. Like, I can't do nothing with it. Can't do nothing. It sucks. Like, it's just flat. It's just there. Can't do jack with it. Except braid it, maybe. It's about the only thing it's good for is braiding. And gelling. I can do... Wrong account. Ruh-roh, Raggy. You're good. Yeah, I figured that was you. Bossius, huh? 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 Eh? Nani? Oh, what is it that Mr. Yabaton says? I am really surprised. Is your soul satisfied? Better than the old name. Oh, we used to be what MK stands for. I don't know what MK stands for. Other than like, okay. Okay. Whatever you say, boss. Okay. Like, I'm not a smart person. What kind of squirrely? Oh, I see. Kitty! He's such a big cat, my goodness.
That's my workout for 2 weeks.
Carrying you up the stairs. Such a big cat. Okay, now I'm good. I forgot to put that in last time. Okie dokie, peeps. Oh, his screen tone is wrong. Or else his face is the wrong tone. Let me just... think it was this one. Yeah. Ta-da! Ta-da! There we go, guys. Oh, I got the flowers on the shirt. I can clean that off my notes layer now. So there's these ones. So I have one more panel, and then this will be the next page. So let me show you guys this panel. Oh, nope, not that one. Too many layers. Too many. There we go. Here's this one. Like, it's obviously it's way sketchier. His finger's broken. When I do my pencils, you know, anatomy's not perfect. Like, I'm not a penciler. But I guess that's really all that matters, is that I understand what it means. So basically, like, he confronts her because she's destroying stuff. And he's like, you know, filet. And she's like, she's dead, get over it. And she's like, you burned Sayuk. You and your Miyape, right? And of course, I know you guys don't know what a Miyape is. You know, hint, hint, she's a Miyape, and so is he. That's why they're name the layers. No, Justin! You're not my real dad. You can't tell me what to do. You're not my real dad. No. So this will be the next page that I'll be working on. So basically, she's like, "You're just a hypocrite," and then she takes off, and you know, like there's gonna be like this wave of fire that comes towards him eventually. When I get to that drawing that part, she flies off, heading for the island, and then let me. This over here. My music stopped, which means it's time for me to stop. No! No! Okay. And then I still am finishing up like how I want the island to look. Like I have a map of it now, and so now I just need to make like a cleaner version of it so I can lay it down here. And then like build up from there, you know, using perspective. So basically the way that I do perspective for like large environments is I make what's called a layout first, and I learned this when I was taking animation courses in college. Is you make like a map of it, you lay it down first. Your sketch just says fireball. Yeah, because I bought a book that shows me how people like how animators animate fire. And basically it's like a whole book of like animation effects. But it's frame by frame. It's really, really cool. And so I just put it in as a placeholder, and now that I have the book, I can actually go in and like actually draw it. And I got the animation book because manga and animation are basically the same freaking thing. And so I can just pick out the frames that I want and be like, oh, I like that. Let's put him in the proper perspective now. So that's why I got that book. But she's basically going to be like hovering over the city. I need to redo this whole panel. But so it's just a placeholder panel basically, so that I know where it goes. Yeah, I'm usually pretty good at naming my layers. I did that in the first one. See, Dustin, not only did I name them, I color-coded them. And I did that for my Onami manga, too. Like, oh my gosh, you guys, let me show you this. The very first manga that I ever did, I had to go back and, like, clean up all the files. Lord. I think it's in my webinar folder. But basically, yeah, I went in and I color coded and named every single layer on all 50 pages. No, I'm not doing everything on one layer. What is wrong with you, Dustin? Oh, what book is this? Let me. Oh, I don't know. It's not in English. I don't know what the name of the book is. Oh wait, yeah, no, it is in English. Here, I'll type it out for you. Oops. Let's see. It's called Flame, Water, Wind, Ray. Actually, so if you look at the kana, it's called Ani Me Effect. So anime effect. Basically, like that's what the rough title is. And then um it's by Toru Yoshida. And it has things like it has flames, wind, water, flames, wind, water, light, and smoke. It's got like a blue cover on it, and what it does is it gives you the keyframes, and then sometimes they'll give you the in-betweens as well, which is really, really nifty. But sometimes they'll give you only keyframes. And then what's really neat, Dustin, and you do animation, so you'll know this. What's really neat is they also give you the time charts as well. They give you the X sheets, and so you can actually see like where all of the like keyframes sit. So it'll give you like how far, like it'll actually show you where the keys go, and then what speed you want them at. Yeah, so it's a really, really great book. If you already, the only problem is the book is completely in Japanese, and my Japanese is like kindergartner at best, and so a lot of it I can't read. But because I already have an animation degree, I still generally can understand what it's trying to say, and like Google Translate is a thing, so usually I can get a rough idea of what they're trying to say. But anyway, yeah, so with Onami, let me open a page here and just kind of show you what I mean. Like, this is my favorite page. This is one of my favorite pages. I'll show you guys this one. Oh, then I have to go after this. Like, look at this. Look at this. It is color coded, and everything is named. I know exactly what everything is in every single panel. Like, I'm trying to build good habits, so that I can be a responsible person. I know. Aren't you proud of me, Dustin? Aren't you so proud of me? This was my first try at lettering, and I didn't do a very good job. But to be fair, I literally lettered like all 9 pages in 8 hours. So I was rushing it so hardcore. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. It's so Izzy, you probably don't know. This is Onami. This was the first manga I ever made. And this was made this was made for the Shonen Jump Tezuka contest. And this was literally my first time like ever trying to do like a serious manga. And I literally made the mistake of saving the lettering for last. That's why when I was talking in WhatsApp earlier, I was talking about doing lettering early on, is because I learned that mistake literally on my own, that I messed up and I should have done my lettering first. It's because I made that mistake. And so It's so bad. Oh my god. I did everything as spreads, and then when I exported everything, I split the pages, and I only recently learned how to put them back together. Um, so now I can put all my pages back together. But yeah, this was an experience learning how to do manga on the fly. Because remember, guys, this was when my arm was messed up, so I didn't have like a lot of time to, um, you know, work on it because I was trying to nurse the bad arm that kept popping out of socket while I was trying to make a 50-page manga in 60 days. I what, like 2 hours? Or no, I had 2 months to make this manga, pretty much, with all the time I had to sit letting my arm heal. But whatever. I got it done, that's all that matters. And it was a good learning experience, so this is my favorite panel because I had so much fun drawing this demon, you guys. Like, this legit is my favorite panel. So, yeah, isn't it a cool book? I really, really love, and see, my characters like use fire and water as their magic, and so it's really helpful for me to be able to see how to animate it, so that I can see how it moves, how it works. Plus, I do love doing animation, and I do plan on doing an animation book or my own AMV for my own manga. Um, like I started, and I'm still working on that. Like I've not abandoned that project. I'm still working on it. Just yeah, they even shows you like how to do lightning and bullets, magma, like oh god, it's so cool. Just like energy, smoke, um, like steam. It shows you how to do all kinds of things. Like I'm flipping through it now. Like even car mufflers, um, flashlights, guns, like there's one here of like a missile being shot and it shows you like how to do all the smoke and fire and like how to do the trail afterwards. It even shows you like if they fire more than one, like how to time them together, like how to do like glass reflection, like how like glass reflects. How to do a shatter, like when glass shatters, when balloons pop, like it just has a like one. Then there's one full of air, and then there's one that's just full of water. So it's really really cool. It's a really great book for animating things like that. And so I figured that'd be a really great book to study doing manga also. So, but yeah, this is like one of my favorite pages. So, yep, I have a lot of these pages already, like, roughed out, so. Oh, you guys can see the last one. Thanks. So, I can't show you guys the last one. Because that was my test. So, I need to talk with the team and see if I'm allowed to talk about it, so. Probably, or at least, I can't say anything though, so. Can't wait. Can't wait to get some stuff done! Like, finally get to work, yo. Like, I'm so excited! Can you scan by taking a picture you're holding up of the page? What? Yeah. Yeah, I take a picture of it. Are you referring to my thumb in this picture? Like, there's my thumb. Basically, what I do is I do my initial layouts on paper, and I do them during lunch while I'm at work. That way I can work on my manga at work, and then I bring them in here. See, there's the photo. Because it's so annoying to scan. It's like, just take a photo, and I can import the photos. It's easier. So. Yeah, I mean, yeah, whatever works, so. And then this one was fun. Dude, you work too hard. Well, no, like, I still draw everything. Like, okay, I draw most of it. I draw most of it, but see, here's the thing. Like, when it comes to comics and manga, you get paid by the page, right? So, if you can work faster and still make a good quality product, why would you work harder than you have to? Work smarter, not harder. Like, like there's like this like honor badge that's like, oh well, I do it by hand by myself. Like there are some people that wear that badge of honor, and I'm not saying you like that easy because I don't think you are. You don't seem like that kind of guy. Um, but there's a lot of people that do that, and it's like, who cares? Like, especially if it's a business thing, like get it done and make sure it looks good. Like these layouts were all done by hand. Like I even drew this. Like this thing here, the moon eye, that's its own drawing. Yeah, so you're working too hard, bro. You're working way too hard. Don't worry, I got you guys. I'll help you out. I'll help you guys get stuff done so much faster. Like the tones that I did, believe it or not, Izzy, both pages took me 4 hours. Oh, you don't draw anything on paper? The only reason why I draw on paper is because I still have a day job. And so, like, there's like 10 hours a day that I can't draw manga because I'm at work. If you count commute time and lunch times and break times, like there's 10 hours a day that I can't be on the computer. And so what I do is I take paper there with me. That way the precious hour that I have in breaks, I can use that for manga time, even if it's just like doing like quick sketches, just to get the point across. Like I can still use that time to my advantage, so that's like an hour less that I have to work after I get home. So it's more just like trying to be efficient sort of thing. But yeah, like this moon, like I still drew it all by hand, you know. Is the other inker? Oh, there's two inkers. Are we both going to be inking, or is it going to be just me now? Are they going to move on to other things? Oh, I just said it. Our, By the way, guys, my test went really well. By the way, guys, my test went really, really well. So, surprise! But yeah, so, cool. Am I gonna be the only one inking? Am I gonna be the only one toning? Or are there gonna be, is your cousin gonna be helping out in other areas? Well, it's mysterious because I can't show you guys the pages. Like I did the test. Also, I had to let you guys know I was doing a test because I missed 3 streams because I was testing, and so I missed 3 live streams. So I wanted you guys to know I wasn't dead. Oh, I didn't say you sound like that. Yeah, you don't sound like that kind of guy. Like you don't sound like the sort of person who's like, hey, well, I only accept drawing everything by hand. Like, dude, there are people out there who are like, there are people out there who seriously have it up their butt that if you don't draw everything by hand, you're a loser. Believe me, like. There are people out there who think if you use any shortcuts at all, you're a cheater and you deserve to fail. Like, that's more what I meant. Is there are people like that, and you're obviously not that person. That was more what I meant. So, but yeah, so like I'm really excited to finally get some of this stuff done. I gotta fix Aris's finger. I think I already fixed it in the old version. Dude, I'm ready to teach you guys. Like if we can, like on a weekend, like get together and I could do like a live share with you guys. Like I'd be happy to help teach. Like I'm happy to do so. Now I don't know if I can get everyone a copy, but I can help, at least in terms of oh, I didn't fix it. I could have sworn I fixed Aros's finger already. Oh. We both will be? Do I match the style enough? I just want to be sure that I match the style, so that it doesn't look obvious who does what page. Because I want to be sure, like it looks cohesive and everything. So, because that's my biggest fear is like not being able to quite match you guys. That's my biggest fear. Plus the other thing is like I work way bigger than you guys. Like these pages are massive. Like let me show you guys like how big this page is. I have no problem with other people. I didn't know that. Let's see. Let me go to a page that doesn't have anything on it yet. Okay, so here is. Let me just hide everything. Okay, so like here's like the margins and stuff, and like I know you guys already know this. But I'm just doing it for like my viewers who don't know this. My friend does something like that. She doesn't even color or drop, which I do all the time. I don't trace anything. I do use some references. I drop. Yeah, I'm like not using references is like a mechanic not using a manual. Like you could probably get a good result, but it's not guaranteed. Oops. Oh yeah. Okay, good. I was like, oh shit, I felt really bad. Yeah, so like this is your bleed, and this is your trim, and this is your live area. Like it's like no text is supposed to go outside this area. None. And that's why it like that's why when I was initially looking at pages I was like you know what I mean? So I was a little nervous, and so I was like, that's kind of weird. Because like I looked up magazines, and they have pretty much the same margins. So I was like, well, so that's why I got a little nervous. And then okay, cool. Okay, good. I was like, that's like my biggest concern is making sure that I can match you guys, because I know I can draw the stuff. It's just the style. Can I get the style down? So, but anyway, so yeah, when you do like manga pages, so like fun fact, guys, when you do, did I close it? I must have closed it. Hang on, my computer keeps going to sleep on me. Cool. Let's see. This is wrong. This whole piece here is wrong. So, actually, I think it's because I moved it over. I think that's why. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, so like there's margins and stuff in here that like people should follow, and that's why I was a little surprised initially. Because like if I take this and I put it here, whoops. You know, like all the text like stays inside margins and stuff, so that's why I was kind of surprised. As I'm like the text. Oh, let's move over a little bit. There we go. Like the text usually stays inside the green area. No text goes outside the green area ever. Like the bubble's okay, but no text does. And then usually in manga, if you open any standard tankobon, the books, and you look on the inside, most panels say stop at this green section, unless it's like purposely meant to go towards the bleed, which happens a lot in manga. Like a lot of manga goes all the way to the bleeds, but a lot of manga stops at this inner green line. Almost every manga does that. And that's because like all the stuff that goes in this area. So fun. Here's another fun fact about manga. Like this area here, between the two pages when you look at a spread, is called your nodo, which is like I jokingly call it the no go. I jokingly call it that, but it's called nodo. You don't want anything to go there because like this is where like anything in here will be really hard to see, really hard to read out. So you don't want anything there. And then it's the same thing on the sides here, except they have a different name for it. It's called koguchi. It's called oh god, cat can't spell. I did just koguchi. I can't write today. Sorry. So koguchi. I'll write that in English letters for you guys. Koguchi. It's like your entrances and your exits. And this is your ten. Or no, sorry, this is your chi. Chi. And then ten. So, you know, like that's basically what that's about. And then this area in here, like your live area, is called Hanmen. I don't know what the kanji is for that. Let me write that better. Hanmen. So that's like your live area. That's like where like the majority of your stuff goes. I don't know a lot of kanji, guys. Sorry, I'm not very smart. But in like regular comics, we call this the live area. We also call it the safe area. And so this is things like text, hands, heads, face, anything that's important that you don't want to get cut needs to stay in the green section. And like panel edges can go like out past this, but you don't ever want any like borders to stop like in the yellow spaces because then it just looks weird. But you can do anything other than that. Like they don't care. Like either your panel borders end like at this green line or the end past it. That's normal in manga. That's what I learned when I was doing my internship at my at Tokyo. Is like it's one or the other because I was helping edit. So basically, I was helping proofread, looking for errors and stuff. I did proofreading for Kamo, Undead Messiah, Goldfish. No, I don't know. I didn't know. I did have a Goldfish. They just let me see the old proofs, but I did Kamo, Undead Messiah, like the Disney Descendants one. I helped with a few others. Dude, Tokyo Pop's still around? What you talking about? Tokyo Pop didn't go nowhere. Especially in Europe. Dude, in Europe, they published Bleach, they published Naruto, like, they published the big series in Europe. So they're not gone. And then it was only the U.S. branches that kind of went down. I don't care to explain this, so I'm not going to go into it. But it had to do with basically the housing crisis and the 2008 crash. Is all I'm gonna say. It's really not my business to share that information. But like all this stuff, like I learned from them. But Tokyo Pop's not dead. Yeah, you don't see it as much, but they have a ton of books, yo. My favorite one that they recently put out is called The Fox and the Little Tanuki. Oh my god, it's so cute. I love that book. Well, series, or it's a series. I only have one book for now. I'm waiting on the second one to come in. But I love that one. That one's really great. And then my favorite series that they put out recently is called Goldfish. It's spelled this way with a CH. It's called Goldfish. Oh, it's so funny. This it's basically it's like the kid has like he turns everything that he touches turns to gold, but he's just like this little kid, and so it's really crazy watching him like go through life trying to get his stuff together, um, while he's like a target and people are trying to capture him and stuff, and he just wants to. I mean, well, I won't tell you what his main goal is. I don't want to spoil too much, but it's a really cute story. No, miso. Shit. You're lucky that can was already empty, babe. Miso's trying to tell me that it's time to stop. Anyway, do you guys have any questions for me since I have this up? You too, Izzy. Feel free to ask me anything while you guys have the opportunity. Because I've got a lot of work I gotta go do before I go to bed tonight. I'll just wait for a second because I know there's a delay, so. But yeah, so next, what I'll be doing next time, next time I get the chance to stream, will be hopefully Friday. I can't promise anything now. I'm gonna try my best. Even if it's just a short stream. But I'm gonna work on this panel and try the next page. Well, see, what I can do, Izzy, is I can make a template for you guys, and I'll send it to you guys. Oh, I was gonna show you what size this stuff is. So these pages are huge. Let's see, edit. Let's see, story, page settings. So these pages are, let me see. I think they're in. I don't know what the. I think that's centimeters. Or it might be millimeters. Let me edit. Canvas properties. Millimeters. So I work at 297 by 420 with a resolution of 600. So the pages that we did, is there a way to adjust them? Yes and no. The problem is when you upscale something, it's going to get lower in resolution. And so if you guys can provide the original, let me move my thing. If you guys can provide the original files to me, even if you want to go back and redo old pages, if you guys can give me those pages, I'm happy to kind of adjust them. Since I'm assuming the bubbles, the speech bubbles were done on their own layers, I would hope so. If you guys can provide me that stuff, then I can most definitely edit it and make it proper. So, and I can also provide a template for you guys to use Photoshop in the future. That way you guys won't have to worry about that stuff. So I can provide a blank file to you guys with the margins in them. So that's what I was trying to say in the chat today on WhatsApp, is that this is how manga is usually handled. You know, that's what they like. You can pick up any manga volume, and that's what they do. Like, they pay attention to their live area, and that's why it's important to work in spreads. Like, when I was doing pages for you guys, I was working in spreads. Like, I had them in here. Oh, Krill said, do you think Art Street is a good way to get recognition? I don't know. Okay, cool. Yeah. So once you guys give me access to the Dropbox, I'll just take it upon myself. And since everything's already drawn, the problem is I have to upscale things. So what I might do is I'll just make a smaller version. That way we don't have to increase the size of the pages. I'll just adjust. I'll make a template for myself, and I'll just move things around. And then from here on out, what we can do, it's okay. That's okay. I'll make a template for everyone, so that way you guys can import it into your Photoshop. And that way you guys can just have it as its own layer so you guys can see where your margins are. So no worries. I got you guys covered. Easy peasy. And then what I'll do is I'll just take the pages you guys give me the original file, so I've got them at the largest size possible. And then I'll readjust them. I'll move the text around. Like I can the effects and stuff. We don't have to worry about. It's just the speech bubbles. So no worries, guys. I can help you. So what I'll do is I'll get that to you guys tonight. I'll make sure I make one before I shut down, and that way it's 83 pages, no big deal. I literally just edited 50 in a week when I was doing my Onami stuff. You know, so like if we have time, well, we'll talk about it later in the app. But depending on when we're dropping it publicly, you know, like that'll just be my deadline, and that'll just be something that I start doing on the side. I'll talk with Sam and is it Miss Hill, and see if maybe like I can get some compensation for doing a lot of editing work to get it looking like good manga. So there's only going to be so much I can do, especially like with panels and stuff. The other thing I noticed is that the panel edges can be a little messy sometimes, so I'll probably go in and clean up some of the edges. So I'll get you guys good, no worries. Actually, I kind of did that with one of the pages when I was inking it. I actually did the panels like this, because watch this. I don't know if you've seen the way these panels work, so let me show you a thing. So let me hide all this. Okay, so here's the panels, right? So each of these panels is their own folder. Okay. Oop. Clip, this is not a good time to autosave. Thank you. Okay, so here's all the panels, right? So you can see that they have a mask on them. So what I can do, let me find the ones that are on the other page. Okay, so here's this bottom panel, right? Whoops. So watch this. So here's the border. We can adjust the border to be any size, any thickness that we want. And then I create a layer inside it. So let me make a new layer. So I make a new layer, and then watch this. Here, let me grab a big old brush to make my point. Look. It stays inside, so there's literally no worry about going outside the panel, which is really freaking cool. And then if you want your speech bubble to sit on top of your line, all you do is you just bring the speech bubble to like literally above that layer. So like for example, like here's a speech bubble. And see, initially it puts it inside, right? So literally all you do is you just take it and you just bring it on top. You're good to go. Let me bring it on top. There you go. Oops. It's the wrong layer. There we go. It literally sits right on top. Like this makes your life so much easier. Like it literally, it just makes life way easy. So what I can do is I can put all of the artwork inside individual panels, and then I can move them around myself. So it's super easy to just like pick a panel and move it. like look how easy it is for me to pick this panel up and just move it around. Just do. I can move it anywhere I want. And it goes with it. Like, it's so easy. You know, so that's why I'm like, I think Clip would really change how the whole team could work, because it would just make everything so much easier. But anyway, Krill, to answer your question, as far as Art Street goes, I think Art Street could be a good way to get recognition. The problem with Art Street is everyone posts there. Especially, you know, like Medibang is great. But, I mean, if you do contests, yeah, I think that could be a good way to get recognition. But then we think about it, like, even just for the Shonen Jump Tezuka competition, like, over, like, 3,000 people enter that competition. And so if you're going to be entering competitions, like, you better be top game. Like, you better be top of the top. You know, like, even with the Shonen Jump Tezuka contest, like, only 6 people won. 6 people out of 3,000. Like, of course it's worth entering. I entered. I knew I wasn't going to win, but I entered anyway. Just to say that I did. And most people don't even have the balls to do that. And also, here's the other thing you have to consider. Most of the people that entered the contest didn't follow the rules. They had colored pages, which is against the rules. A colored cover was fine, but they had colored interiors, meaning not covers. And it's like, what are you doing? You didn't read the rules. Or they're doing, like, fan magazines, and you can't submit fan magazines to a Shonen Jump Tezuka contest. This is one of the requirements. It has to be original. You know, so, like, Art Street is good, I think. I don't really use it. Like, I have Onami on Art Street, because that's how I submitted it for the contest, but there's only so much you can do. I think if you post there regularly, just like any social media, like you post there regularly and you actually talk to people on the platform, you go visit other artists, you comment on their stuff, you reply to them when they comment on yours. And that's the thing, like a lot of, like any social media can be really good for you as long as you put in the time and the effort to actually grow on that. Like YouTube is not an easy platform to grow on, but guess what? Like I sit down and I show up, and for a while there I was really hella consistent with my streams. Like, same thing with Twitch. That's why it took me 30 days to get affiliated on Twitch. Because I was there, I showed up, I went to so many streams, I made a lot of friends. Like, I worked really, really hard to get noticed on Twitch, and it worked. And then it completely fell apart, and I don't know why. I don't know if I got shadow banned or something, but like my views just my all my stats completely tanked. So I have a feeling I got shadow banned for something. Um, but which is fine. I don't care. I moved over to YouTube, and for me, YouTube is better because here's the thing with Twitch. Twitch is great, but in order to make money on Twitch, you have to have subscribers and you have to have donations. Guess what? With YouTube, you don't have to do that. With YouTube, I literally can sit here and do nothing. Literally during the time where I wasn't even streaming, I was making like $9 to $10 a month, doing nothing. That's called residual income. I literally am not doing anything, or passive income. I'm literally not doing anything. So like for me, YouTube is the harder game, especially since there are not many art streamers here, and really the only other art streamer on this platform is Ethan Becker, and he's a butt. Let's be honest. So, like any platform, I think is going to take a lot of work. And with YouTube, it takes a lot of work. I've been here for 2.5 years now, and I'm not too far off of 1,800 subscribers. But it took me about 2 years to get monetized. It took me just over 2 years to get monetized on YouTube. It's hard, but like it worked, and now I can literally sit here and not do anything, and I can make money. It's not a lot of money yet, but like imagine these people who literally like, and because here's the thing, like every single video that you upload, like it gets views, right? And as long as it's monetized, it's making money. So like think about it. Like say you have like right now I have about 100 videos, and so I make off of those 100 videos about $10 a month. Imagine if I had 1,000 videos. Okay, let's just say I keep the average. Like say I have 1,000 videos. Not only am I going to be getting more views, I'm going to have more viewers, I'm going to have more people. Like your income literally exponentially grows the more active you are on YouTube. And part of the problem with YouTube is it's literally just making like the videos so that you can have the library for people to go binge. Like that's literally the hard part, is making content that people want to watch and then just making like a bunch of it. Like for me, what does best on YouTube is tutorials, clip studio tutorials. That does the best. But what does really good also for me is streaming, because obviously I have a very talkative personality. And so like I'm really good with people, and so I can stream and I do better that way. I don't do good editing. When I was stuck having to edit videos, I don't enjoy the editing process. But I sit here and I draw and I can talk with people, and half the time I end up talking and not drawing very much. But like I get stuff done. Like I still get stuff done, just slower. That's why I'm trying to be careful when I stream now. It's because, like that's why my streaming is only 2 days a week. It's the other days of the week I have the time to catch up. Why do you think I don't stream on weekends? It's because that's when I have to catch up from all the stuff I should have got done. Like just during this stream, you guys, I've had 85 views, just during the stream. Let's see. Yeah, I've had 85 different playbacks. I've had a really good active chat. Right now I've got 4 people watching. My highest was 9. Like usually from a stream, I can sit here and I can stream for 2 or 3 hours, and I'll get like 20 to 40 hours of view time out of it. And guess what? You need like Fale. It's not supposed to be. Oh, yeah, I need to move the bubble a little bit. See, it got moved over a tiny bit. The whole panel did. Somehow my edges got messed up, and like everything moved over, and I don't know what it did. Because all of these panels were like right at the edge. So, but yeah, that follet needs to be moved. Just a smidgen. Actually, the whole bubble needs to be moved. I think that was one of the changes that I had made before. Thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate it. There you go. Now it's good. The big thing is just keeping all of the actual text itself inside the margin. The bubble itself, it doesn't really matter. Like, let me go grab, like, an actual, like, manga page from, like, say, One Piece or something. And I'll actually show you guys. Like, just get, like, your average page. Whoops. It's just hard finding one that's not been edited too much. I need, like, an early one. Probably. Okay, here's a spread. This is a really good one. Whoops. Just trying to hide stuff. Goodness. Okay. So these are probably cut at the trim line. Okay, he might be working at a slightly different one than me. That or this page got cut off a little bit. So that's not a good example. One Piece probably uses a different margins than me. Let's do trying to find like Ozo can do whatever the fuck he wants. That's probably not a good example. How many pages per chapter? I usually stick between 18 and 25. So here's the image I was looking for. Let me bring this in. This is what I was looking for. Found it. So this is what I was trying to show you guys earlier. I must use different margins than... Oh, it's because my Nodo is bigger. That's why. There we go. Yeah, I've got a different size here than everyone else. They might be using a different size paper. Yeah, you can. It just depends. So even in manga, you've got different proportions. It also depends on what paper you use. I think I'm using B. And then A is a little different. So it really just depends on which one you're using. So when you have Clip Studio and you're making a new file, file new, you want to make a comic, you can choose like how you want your margins to be and what size paper you want to use. So here's this, that's a webtoon. Here we go. So you can choose if you want to do B size, if you want to do custom size or A size. Like I know they're different as far as like how they do it or a commercial issue. You know, like you can actually decide all of that when you're doing your stuff. And then if you go to custom, you can literally put in whatever you want. So if you want to use custom margins, like say you're making Western comics and you want to use Clip Studio, you can put in like all your numbers and everything yourself so that you can have a custom page. So they may be using something different than me. So let me actually bring this down a little bit more. So, and then I'll just zoom in so you guys can see it. So it really just depends on like what size you use. So that's why I was asking you guys for your margins, as I didn't know which one you guys were using. So you see how, see here's the nodo I was telling you about. That's this area right here. This is your nodo. That's what they were talking about. And then your koguchi, tenchi. And then this inner area is called your hanmen. That's an M. So you see how all of their text, like, at least the text stays inside? You know, like, this is, questionable. You know, like, you're not supposed to do this, but it can happen. Like, it can. Like, it's not the end of the world if it does. You know, but for the most part, that stuff needs to stay inside. But see here, how, like, his eyes go above? You know, and that's the point that they make in this video. Like, they actually use this as an example, and later they point out the things that are good and not good with this stuff. Like, this is not good because this comes above the cropping area, like the safe area. So they actually point out that this is not, that this here is not good. And then they point out that this is questionable. But it can happen. It's not a big deal. Like, it does happen. So... it just lets, but yeah, that's why I was asking earlier what you guys use. So if you guys want to use like a certain margin, like because you guys said you wanted to make it a mix between a manga and a magazine, like what size do you want? But here's the cool thing: when I import your stuff in, I don't want to import any pages because you know NDA stuff. Like when I imported your stuff into here, it fit perfectly. So what you guys are using is what I'm using as far as like the final size. So like the corners from here to here, this corner here matched. It was the same proportion. So that's good. We're using the same proportions for both our stuff. And so I think I'm using B. Yeah, I'm using B4 size at 600 DPI. If it helps to know how big I'm working, so. It's not the manga artist that cares, it's the editors and the printers. Because here's the thing, like, if you end it at the wrong place, like you may have like text that gets cut off, or you may have like a weird white line that appears. Like for example, using this page as an example, if I take this and I end it here, actually let me do this one since this one's finished. If I take this and I end it here, so say let me adjust that. So say I end this line at, this is the trim line, this is where it gets cut. Like, if they cut it and it cuts on the wrong side, so if they make the cut, so here's the edges, and it cuts on this side, there's just gonna be this white edge here. And it's gonna look like really bad. It's gonna look really awkward and if you wanted this to go to the end of the page, it's not going to. Because the printer and the binder made an improper cut. And so that's why you go all the way past that, is so that no matter where they cut in here, in this space, like, it'll still go to the end of the page. It's not that the artist, like, cares that much, it's just that if they want to have a clean, good looking product, it's all of those tiny little things have to go together. And believe me, I work as a printer, and so all day long, I'm dealing with print margins. And there are people who send me stuff, and it looks like crap because they didn't plan ahead of time. And there's only so much stuff that I can do. Like, I'm not supposed to edit artwork that I'm sent. Sometimes I do because I just feel so bad. Like, that like I'm like, you're gonna get a crappy product because you didn't pay attention to your margins. Like it's gonna look really bad. And here's the thing, if you take that and you take it to a publisher and they see that stuff, they're gonna go, you obviously didn't care enough to pay attention. You obviously didn't care enough to look into that stuff. Like it makes you look bad if your product doesn't look good. You know what I mean? So like that's why I asked if you guys were wanting to do anything extra. Is it's like they notice that stuff. So yeah, sorry, there's a little bit of a delay, so if I keep going, I'm sorry. But yeah, like you gotta care about that stuff. And like working for, when I was doing editing, at my, for my manga internship, it's this little stuff that I was trying to look for, and so like my brain's really anal about it now. So I'm just used to thinking that way now. So. And then like see here how these margins don't line up. Like see how this edge here doesn't line up. I have to fix that. It's bugging me. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, these got off somehow. I wonder how that happened. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. That's okay. I'll fix it later. Because I gotta get going. I've got other artwork I gotta do. But yeah, see, that's why your margins matter. Is now that I moved this and I corrected it, now I have to fix it. Which the really easy fix for this is it's really easy. It's really easy. I just take this and I take this and I just move everything over. Okay, it's not an easy fix. It's okay. The easiest fix would be to go in and clean all this out. This is why you have to pay attention to this stuff. It makes me look stupid now. Fixed. So. Yeah, I work really large. But yeah, I'll get you guys like margins and everything, and if you guys want, and some people their computers can't handle that stuff. I literally have a gamer's and animator's computer, so like I mean it's a laptop, but it can handle animation, and it can handle all that stuff. Yeah. I'm sorry if I sound like nitpicky or anything. I'm not trying to be nitpicky. I'm just like this is the stuff that I get really passionate about. Um, like I would love to do editing someday. Like I would love to be an editor in the future someday. Like I really care about like looking and checking that stuff. Stuff that I love to do. So it's exciting for me. I know that sounds bad. Nitpicking people's artwork is exciting for me. Okay. Anyway, guys, I've got a lot of other stuff I gotta do. I've got some other commitments I gotta get to tonight. So, any last questions? Any last questions? Last chance. Last call. And then I'll be on WhatsApp or whatever if you need me. Right, and that's why, like I said, that's why I was asking. So, yeah, you guys get that stuff to me, and I can make sure that it looks its best. Aw, thank you. Yeah, I usually stream 2 nights a week. With me doing pages for you guys now, I'm not sure if that'll change. So, but yeah, just go ahead and hit me up. So, I'll get back to you guys like as soon as I can. You know, this is stuff I'm passionate about. So it's always fun to do and talk about, and you know, I've got lots of knowledge that I feel like I could contribute to the team. So. So ultimately, it's up to the boss lady. Ultimately, everything's up to her. So, but anyway, so I'll see you guys later. Thank you all so much for coming to my stream. It's been awesome. We had a high of 9 people watching the stream today, and we kind of hovered at 7 the majority of the stream. So, oh hi Nat, thank you. Oh, thank you for lurking. That's awesome. Thanks for coming to the stream. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I just love, basically that's what my streams are. Is I just come and I draw and I talk. I do a lot of talking. I do a lot of that. So I just realized I went the whole stream and it wasn't monetized. That sucks. So, oh, I just streamed for a long time with no monetization. I need to talk to YouTube about that. I just streamed for 3 hours with no monetization. That sucks balls. Anyway, it's not about the money. So that's alright. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you all so much for coming. I will try to stream again on Friday. But I'll see you guys later. My streams always get re-uploaded. So if you guys missed any part of it or you want to see it later, it'll be up for you guys to watch. I definitely do that for everyone because I know not everyone can make it to my streams. So I'll see you guys hopefully on Friday. I'll kind of see how much time I have. But yeah, I'll see you guys then, and thank you all so much for coming. Have a good night.